Welcome back to part number 6 of my Imperator Rome playthrough as Rome. We just finished taking Epirus. This pop-up showed up. We get a claim on all the provinces, territories, etc. within the region of Macedonia. It's a vast area. We already have claims for free in Illyria, as well as wait a moment here. Magna Graecia and Epirus. So we have this, but not the Dorsia, but we've already claimed a great deal of that. At least the coastal stuff, which is all that we really want. I want to connect this aspect to here just so my armies can move via land and I don't have to deal with it, or mercenaries can return or whatnot. Who knows really? What I do want is there's no loyalty malice. I don't really know why I want it, but I do want it. It's just ease of gameplay going forward, and it's part of the Mare Nostrum thing, which I plan to do. So that's why. I moved these armies back here. I kept this merc on board. He's presently refreshing or recuperating his food, replenishing. I have as yet to destroy the forts and such, so I probably don't need these forts, at least as many as that. We make quite a bit of money, looking to make more. The loyalties are such that we're probably not going to have any kind of revolts up here. And that's good. And when the warm period runs around, there are going to be quite a few Roman pops interspersed here, as well as Hellenic pops. I wouldn't be surprised if a great many areas here were indeed Hellenic already. So when they reproduce, they'll reproduce as Roman Hellenics or Hellenic whatnots, and it should be less of a problem. If they were all still a horde of Druid Lepontics up in here, it would go repeatedly revolt, I think. So well, the plan here going forward is to attack this Tolotania, and he's allied with Deorsia, Bria, and this guy in the central core there. We'll probably try to peace out without dealing with this guy, and then we'll have to attack Cotinia, who's allied with Scordesia. It's just something to do. It's going to take a while to get up in this area. We're going to need more supply trains, I think. The problem is I don't have the ability to make them. I may have to delete some, maybe a cavalry or something, and then create more supply trains, just one more. I'm going to do all that. I'll be back. Oh yeah, I had that prisoner abroad thing at the end of the last episode. I used the console to just eliminate the characters, so the prisoner abroad thing went away. I swear that bug was fixed from the beta, but whatever the case. And I got my numbers sorted out here. I have 2 supply trains on either of my armies. I have this unit just sort of waiting there, and I am ready to declare this war. Let's do it. Again, Deorsia is relatively small. It's relatively small, I suppose, as well. Let's do it. Okay, so we can land here, and there. If anything interesting happens, battles that are not just rollovers here, I'll be sure to show them. And the slaughter has begun. I suspect the stack wipe coming on there. It's not, but a victory is a victory. Just stack wiped someone here with our merc. Let's just get out of there. There's a quick war. It's equitable. We could try to go and take these areas here. I don't really see a point in it. It's further inland. We don't really want any of it. So we can take it later, and we'll peace out right now. See, important characters banished, and no quarter, so that way we'll get no appearance of any characters who've been captured by others. We're here, they are. ready. Let's see, we're not fully claimed up, but we are close enough to where we're just... let's do it. We're apparently here as well. This guy is sort of in the way. Let's clear the way. He's allied with this city there. We'd want to take that over as well. Let's do that as well. Means we're going to have a clear access through there shortly. I had just checked the peace agreement. He's willing to peace out. I think he's willing to give us this, but there's this pesky fort, and it's part of this province here, so I'm just going to order an assault with the Merc and our legion there. See if we can get it done. Looks as though we've done it, and that should do it for the peace agreement here. I think we can peace with this guy. There, there, and there. And we don't really care about this inland stuff. That should do it. So all we need to do is let that finish, and we'll be done. Just should I order an assault? I don't know. Why not do it? Let's do it. I was going to disband these mercs, but it's better safe than sorry. They're already sort of, well, they're not exactly feeling well, but then again, we don't really need them to feel well. They can go to Torritania and sort of hold back and replenish their ranks and such, their food, and if they're needed, we can bring them in to the Syracuse effort, which is, I think, where we're going right now. I'm gonna see if we can get out of this area without starving to death. I'll be right back. We made it out. We have a relatively full bellies here, I think. The mercs are gonna need some time to replenish their number, if they're even needed at all. Syracuse is relatively small. Have a bunch of money and inclination to move some more pops out of here and down there, and vice versa, to put this loyalty thing and get ready for the warm period. It's just slightly still just down ticking, almost even. You could almost get your head to thinking that it is, but we have a very high stability, and I want to make sure that when it goes down to 50 or 40 or whatnot, this won't revolt. I spent quite a tidy sum of money, moved some pops down and populated this city and various other activities. The area is starting to Romanize. There's still quite a few Lepontics through here, but it's reasonably loyal because of this city, which has most of the pops. This is pretty much devoid, so this city here, I believe, is about 0 because of the, let's see, because of all the Romans there, all of the Hellenics there, and because of the temple and theater. To make give an aggregate picture here, let's see. 0.5, 0.1, 0.1, 0, 1, positive, 6 or thereabouts. The rest are intensely loyal. Have a martial advance, set these guys for unit reorganization and trying to replenish their ranks, and then we'll attack Syracuse. We should be able to just focus here. If they have a navy, I think ours is larger. Let's see what our technology is. We have 4 saved up. I think we can make it right by to the bonus to the research. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. We get corruption, and then 4. Our research is maxed, so that's 1 and whatever there. Naval recovery. 3, get some corruption, and number 4. Boom. 200%. We've done it, and we're still maxed out. More stability or just a bit of tax? We don't really make much off the taxes, so we'll take the stability. We are almost in place to where we're ready to go here, I think. Other than this is archers from all the assaulting. I think we can do it. Let's declare the war immediately before anything strange happens. Let's see who we're at war with. This city-state and the Mamertine Republic, which is Masania, and there they are, the Mamertine Republic and company there. So just this lot right here is all. So if we hit this button, we should have no problem. They bushwhacked one of our stacks here. I had to bring the Merc in a little early. We've gotten the siege back on. This guy's in shattered retreat, headed back to Tarantum. We're going to pick him up and bring him forward. So we'll set this guy to unit reorganization and wait for him here, and then it could be a boon. Who knows? We can drop him off maybe somewhere on Sicily proper. And drop some claims in Harlequinassus, various other areas. See if we can have a follow-up here with Thrace. Let's see, it's a 93-4. How about you? It's coastal, probably Hellenic. That's good. How about you? These Seleucid revolt guys have been doing their thing for quite some time. Let's see, Egypt. Where is that? It's here. We'll have that. These guys are going to be quite difficult to get to stand down unless you essentially occupy the entirety of their realm. So taking these is probably not going to be as easy as it has been. The Seleucid revolt, on the other hand, if we can catch them before the Seleucid Empire makes peace with them, it'll probably work out as well as not for us, although we can secure some access through this area here. A diplomat en route. The siege fell. We can relieve our Merc group there. I'm going to order an assault here and get on with our day. We've done it. Let's get on board here and move it out. Let's see if we can get across that strait there. Let's see, we'll get our Mercs on board here as well. We should be able to catch this guy out here because we beat him with the boats. So, yeah. And I think this army here could well be done. Finish this siege up here. Brought both of these units down here, merged them. So we have 4 siege engineers against a level 3 fort. Our Merc here just won another battle. Acclaim hit against Hernacia, Egypt, Thrace. The siege is won here. We're going to engage that guy. Are there any other forts? There are not. So that means all these will auto-occupy. We can get on board that ship and ferry ourselves to Messana and then siege down that. That Merc was close, but we were victorious. I don't think that Syracuse has the manpower to cope with this. I think we can let this Merc go. He'll wander back home at some point. There's another one up there should we need him. This guy here is 14 as well. Martial score. An election just happened. Our former Tribune Gurges is no longer consul, so he's back on his command there with the 12 Marshal. It should go faster. Well, somebody is taken an offense with our Tribunus Publius Virginius Savario. He's a populist. He wants we get 1,000 plus gold, and then this fellow here will become the tribune. Well, wow, he's fairly good at it as well. I think this guy would be a better general, but why not plop him down here? That's a good time to move some pops up in this area. Let's check the loyalty. Well, I don't know what to say. There's a bunch of Romans up there, and these guys are still causing trouble to Lepontics. This area is 0.8 down. It's a 0.5 down. Slightly down. I'm just going to move a bunch more Lepontics right down here into some of these cities. This area is not particularly loyal. This is. We have some capacities. At least we did. One here. There's none there. Let's see. This is about 10. So that makes 20. 20 here. We have another 20. So that's 40. 40 or thereabouts, and then some pops. We could probably take as many comers as they can offer, because we don't have the money, but we have the capacity. They're not too far deep down here, which would cost a fortune. So I'm just going to spend some of this money and move these troublemaker Lepontics down into Roman cities. Essentially anybody who's not Hellenic or Roman, like this guy. The Etruscan may we'll bring them down as well. We're gonna maybe stick. I think Etruscan is an Italic culture, so we'll just get the hard stuff wrong, and then just move them. Yeah, fairly sizable amount of money later. It's a pretty color. Relatively speaking, for loyalty at least. Have I done anything? I think I have. For the future, when the warm period comes again, at some point the Romans will reproduce if I keep moving them. There it is, we've done it, and that should be peaceable. It is, we get 9 aggressive expansion. Alright. So what do we get here? Little money, less money, and happiness. We'll take the happiness. Alright, as we have only 11 aggressive expansion, we need to use our legion here to snipe some other territories. I was thinking of attacking the Seleucid revolt here. I think the Temple of Artemis is there. And that will give us a monthly tick up on stability. We should be loyal, as it's largely Hellenic. As to how we get here to tell him that he shouldn't be, to entice him to stop warring with us, I don't know. We have a diplomat. How about you? Access and not give it. The question is what to do next. I was just mulling over changing out my governor here in the Magna Graecia as we've taken this new territory. These are bleeding just a bit. These, you know, there's some trouble here as well. On the horizon at least, perhaps. So maybe we'll swap out the governor. And then we will be able to place cultural assimilation policies. I found a governor relatively young. I think he was 24 or something, a fair ways down the list here. That's There he is. 86 loyalty from a grateful family. They'll become even more so. More to the point, he's 24. He has a fair marshal. There are better choices, but they have like one marshal or two relative to youth. But this guy is good for me. He's not populist either, so we'll plop that down and we'll get the ball rolling here. He'll keel over from some horrid disease or catch something or something, and then I'll have wasted all of this political influence on what is essentially nothing. But in between now and then, we'll try. Let's see. He's positive now. Yeah, good for me. How about you? Let's see where we have Roman pops or not. This area here probably could use some assimilation, and you as well. As for the other areas, they look reasonably content, sort of. Well, as long as he's here, we may as well just do it. That's the plan here. Let's see. Is that everyone? You will do that as well. That's he's young, and while he's young, we may as well take advantage of his ability. So this area, Senat, we'll do it there as well. So I think all of the policies there have been changed. There it is, cultural assimilation all the way down the line. So good for me. We'll get in the future, Magna Graecia should become a fairly large region for levies and or legions once these guys begin to assimilate properly. Let's see. As of now, it actually it's already a fairly sized levy available. We could go here against the Macedonian revolt and sort of get that ball rolling. I think we have to clear some of Macedon before we can get claims on the Greeks or something, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. We have free claims in Macedon right now, the region of which extends a fair ways up here. We could attempt. Do we have a claim on there? We do, yeah. We have a truce, though. Okay, so I also noted that while I was headed down here, I neglected to take one territory from say this area here, so I could release it and form a client state, so that they could go forth and conquer the rest of it for no aggressive expansion. I need to do that at some point or in some way, perhaps. And this guy is allied with Abria. That looks reasonably tame, I suppose, relative to timeliness and resistance. So maybe I'll do that at some point after we take the Temple of Artemis from the Seleucid revolt. I think that would be the plan. What is that? Yeah, look at that. Yeah. What is that? Bactria. These civil wars, you wouldn't think that the vassals would be supporting the revolt, but apparently they are. I can't determine whether they support both or not, because I can't declare war on the Seleucids to find out. Oh, yeah, okay, he has no vassals, and you have the vassals. Well, I've given the map a look around and built a little of this, a little of that, and I don't really want to tangle with Seleucid revolt and company. It'll make them considerably more belligerent in my experience. If memory serves correctly, they may not peace out until, the war score ticks up, and we'll have to just sit there and sort of garrison the area. Some revolt could happen, maybe a revolt within the revolt or something. All sorts of strange things can happen that I don't really want to deal with. I suppose we could take out these guys, Athens and Oreos here. I suppose we could I don't think we have any claims here, though. We don't have the 10 required. Massive revolts everywhere. I should have played the very hard level. They wouldn't revolt as much. Such is life. But that leaves me with Cernasia. What is this? A horde, I believe. So we have some claims here. I just filed another. They're unaffiliated. Quick snipe. In and out. No problem. I'm going to get these guys aboard this navy and over to Cernasia ASAP. Speaking of quick snipe, I think we can create a couple more units now. Or I'll take 2 more siege engineers to speed things up. And I'm going to build another secondary navy and at some point merge it. I built a barracks here. I don't want to build a city quite as yet, as we'd have no PI. A couple of theaters around various areas. Here and here as well. And it's about the size of it. When we're at Cernasia, I'll let you know. And we've made our first contact here with a Carthaginian unit. It looks as though higher order ships and such. We need to replenish our food, and I just noted here, so I moved these units. I noted that we are at 156 military experience, and we could take heavy infantry offense on the other side here, or we could go down here and give our siege engineers a +1 tick and get 3 innovations. I'm thinking that's we can get a military road here at some point as well and get some movement speed and 3 more innovations. I was thinking this is the way to do it. So we have how many innovations now? 3. We proceeded down the religious tech tree here, but there doesn't really seem to be much here going forward. I suppose there's 0, which would get us religion happiness, and 4 provincial investments. But we'd have to have a naval recovery, this water mill, and religious board as well. At some point, we're probably going to have to go to provinces, regions, etc. that have not Hellenic, that are not Hellenic. Speaking of that, we have been blessed with Hellenism so far because that's where we've gone or attacked, but you'll note that we've been having very, very serious issues here and still have them here, even though we've had unfettered access to a movement of pops. We have a fair number of Romans that are here now. I mean, when the warm period hits, the Romans should reproduce here, and they should become overwhelmingly Roman here as well, and they're still ticking down. Mostly, I think, because there's quite a bit of Druidism about that makes them malcontent, and some of them are Lepontic Druids, but more to the point, if we didn't have the ability to send Romans up and these guys down to populate these cities here that I've moved them to, the Lepontics and such, there would be very, very close to a revolt unless we used harsh treatment, which costs us PI, and then the governor dies and you have to pay again and again, and nothing really ever gets done that way other than an never-ending cascade of revolting or discontent. We have no ability to do that here. If we were to, say, attack Carthage or one of these other wrong culture, wrong religion, at some point you get into wrong culture, wrong religion here as well. And if we can't do what I just said there, move the pops, shuffle back and forth, there will be serious loyalty and or PI issues. So, we probably should take proceed down this path toward formulatic worship, which will get us a automatic tick here, as well as population or pop conversion speed bonus. That's the plan. That's the plan. So we'll roll down here. This does us no good, essentially. That's nice. Omen power and state religion happiness bonus. Grand Temples build cost. Nice. Should have done that. Well, we built those things for 5% more than we should have. That's essentially not particularly useful. But these various... I wonder if they've even progressed at all, really. Yeah, they have. So, anyway. Some of these I could have canceled and then restarted at a 5% build modifier. So what do we have? We still have some military experience. So I'm going to replenish this food and go to Cernacia. I'll be back. One of the governors just died in Cisalpine Gaul. I found a young, very, very loyal, because she has a content and trusting governor. It's almost like I should change some of these policies to cultural assimilation. Yeah. She'll die. She'll die. It's a kiss of death, really, if you do that. It's just too perfect, so we'll just leave it be. I'll change all those as well, and then both of them would die. So I'll not tempt fate twice. We have another civics advance that just hit. I could go down this path. This levy size multiplier is nice. Very nice, in fact, to get us more troops for our singular legion, I believe. And then can head down here, nap manpower, and then morale of armies is not bad either, really. A lot of morale recovery can be had here. You have quite a bit of... you have to lose the battle, though. But anyway, this levy size multiplier is always nice. Maybe both of the... I don't know. Alright, our food is completely replenished. We are going to get on board this boat and head over to Cernacia. We've made it. It looks as though it is still actionable. And that's exactly what we are going to do right now. It's going to be a slaughter. I'll be back. We dropped this siege here. And we have plenty of food, so we'll just march over here and finish that last fort. I've worked over the Cernacian army here a couple of times. So we'll maybe move over here and drill. Close that siege. We should be able to end this war. Okay, we need a governor. The barbarians, I believe, are... Actually, there's no barbs here, but they can come from this area and then make their way over here. And the problem is, I don't think we can call up any meaningful levy from that area quite as yet, because there are no Roman pops. What to do about it, I don't know. We could just let them ravage the territory, or maybe build a fort or something here to stop them before they get in. Whatever the case is, a boni, they wanted me to integrate one of the cultures up to citizen right or whatnot. I didn't want to do it. And now they're not happy, so if we try to declare another war, I suspect... not go exactly well. Let's see. Look at that. They're happy? It doesn't say anything about tyranny, or the Senate, or otherwise. How about you? Alright, well, good for me. If memory serves, it's best to stick with the same grateful family for governors, and we happen to have someone here that's not Malist, is only 24 years old, and maybe we can change some of these policies when we get PI available to cultural assimilation. We have quite a stockpile of gold as well. So let's see what we're looking at here for cities. We have a city here. Maybe we'll just do it the easy way and just build theaters here. There's no space available. I'm going to sort all that out. Essentially, I'm going to build theaters in all of these cities and not change the policies. Alright, so I built a theater and a training camp for the freemen in each of the cities. Freemen, it should offer some loyalty to any freeman. I believe it's 8%, right? X that, we need to build a forum in each of these territories here instead of the training camp. So with that having been said, I think this is a decent enough time to end the episode. These will indeed make the freemen happier, as well as make more of them. These areas should be loyal going forward. I'm hoping we have a very high stability at this point still, so hopefully they will assimilate. Maybe I'll move some from the countryside into the cities and whatnot as well as funding becomes available. I hope to see you in the next episode.